he had an experience with Jim, and Jim's trying to pass it off on me that I was the one that got into trouble.
Yeah.
We had been, Carbide threw a summer employees
That's right.
picnic. Well, I was a summer employee, but I lived locally, so I was not invited. But because Jim and I rode to work together, I found out they had it, so I crashed it. Well, the sad part for all of us was the booze was free and flowing. So we all got way too much.
Yeah.
And Jan decided that he wanted to know or meet a United States prostitute.
Oh,
I have heard this story.
So at that particular
I
moment,
don't think I've heard it.
at that moment in
I'm
time,
not sure I want to
the only
hear.
place we knew was a place up in Charleston called Fry's Alley. It's now Court Street. They did a federal project, a housing renewal, urban renewal development through, I don't know what president would that have been, Carter or something. And they tore all that section down, hoping to clean it up. And all it did was make newer houses for the prostitutes. But there was literally an alley. And
So who was involved in this? You and Jim?
so we were.
And Jan
Jim was driving his.
I was driving the Scaff's car.
Dr. Scaff,
Oh, right.
guy nice enough to give Jim a place to stay for the whole summer, and Cookie's meals probably. I think we got a pretty good deal there. And Phoebe was one of the prettiest girls in our class, and she wasn't even there that summer.
No, she was gone for the summer.
Did you get her bedroom?
No.
I can't remember the deal, but you were there. He was like one of the family.
This is getting gross.
He was like one of the family, and he would use the Dr. Scaff's car. Well, of course, everybody waving at him when he driving around thinking it was Dr. Scaff. But here, Jim gets the car. We go up to Fry's Alley, and I try to take Jan in to naturally he wants to meet one. I go in and try to introduce him to a prostitute. And we went in you could go in
And how
bars
old were
all
you
along the
guys
road.
in seniors in high school?
No, this was
This was when you were
after a junior year in college, so we were like 20 years old, 20, 21.
I didn't have any experience at it, but I had been through that alley. We used to drive through there because the girls would sit in the windows and wave, just like over in Europe. But there was a policeman in town. His name was, it wasn't Fenimore, but it was the guy that arrested me when we stole Rusty's car that time. But, he would be coming out. Almost any time you went over there, he'd be coming out of one of them, getting his tail of money, see. So when you went in, you had to be aware that there might be a policeman coming or going. He was a detective, plain clothes. But you wanted to be real nice to them and say, well, Jan and I go in, and I think they were mostly black, by the way. And he started talking to a couple, and then we started looking for a ride. He was circling the block because just dropping us off and circling the block. And we saw him pass once.
I really want to stay in here the rest of
We
it.
saw him
I'm
pass
recording
this
it.
traffic pass once, but he didn't stop and pick us up. So the next thing you know, we don't see him. We don't see him. We know by our watch he should have been around there again. All of a sudden, I think a patrol car went by, and we described the car with the white hair, blonde hair. You were blonde at the time, right? He said, "Oh yeah, he was passed out at the light back here, and we took him to jail." And we're compounding the car. We called a tow truck to come and get us.
No.
Here we are stuck down on Fry's Alley.
About 3 or 4 o'clock
Yeah,
in the
3 or 4
morning.
o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
That's about the end of it. I think we probably shouldn't go on.
How'd you get home? Did you walk home?
I don't remember. I didn't walk, but I don't know how we got home. I think we must have called somebody.
Well, we were
And it'll come to
asking
me
about
one day.
Phoebe yesterday, some of the girls.
Yeah, he
And-
thought he found her
I
brother.
talked to her brother yesterday, but I've not talked to her
Now,
since.
Does she have relatives that still live here?
No.
Okay.
No, her brother lives